The Premier League season has now finished, and yes, my team Liverpool are finally Premier League champions. How amazing does that feel? Feels like an incredibly special day, let's just say that. Jesus Christ, this last few weeks have been a celebration non-stop. It's been amazing. But as with every Premier League season, right before it starts, I always do a Premier League prediction. And now it's time to react to it. Quick warning, this might be the craziest predictions you've ever seen in terms of a season yet. Guys, it was mad. I'll obviously react to this prediction in about, well, 10 months' time. And here we are now, ready to react. This is going to be nuts. I'm going to go with Brighton as the 20th team. This may surprise some of you, and may not others, but I just don't see Brighton surviving this campaign. They have, to be fair to them, spent quite a bit of money. They've spent at least 60, 70 million pounds on new players, such as Trossard there from Genk. They've got Webster from Bristol City for 20 million. Love how I gave Trossard and Webster some big shout out to the beginning of this video. And yeah, Brighton did not finish 20th. I was really harsh on Brighton. I think I honestly overlooked some of their potential players that could have been quality in the Premier League. So apologies, Brighton fans. Definitely not going to be the only apology I make in this video for predicting some of the teams in this. But yeah, I was wrong about Brighton, guys. They did not finish 20th. Brighton finished 15th. So 5 positions out on this one. By the way, quick rules for this Premier League reaction on the prediction. If I predict a Premier League team in the correct position, that's 3 points. If I predict a team 1 place out of their, position, that's 1 point. And that's going to be it. If I don't predict it by, either the same position or 1 position out, that's going to be 0 points. Can't wait for you guys to see my Arsenal prediction. Sorry, Brighton. These are never personal. Even when frickin' Man United come up in this prediction, which obviously they will, it's never personal. Not that anyone really likes Man United if you're not a Man United fan, but anyway, still stands, isn't it? I don't think anyone likes Man United unless you're a United fan. Yeah. At 19th position, guys, in the Premier League season for this upcoming season, for me, is going to be Norwich City. They are forever a team who seem to get promoted, then get relegated, wait a few years, get promoted again, then get relegated. I think they're going to be the team, though, to finish in 19th position. I do like their manager. Now, I want to say this. I like him a lot. I think he's going to be a very good manager in the future. However, I just don't see them not being relegated. I think they're going to get relegated, guys, in the new season. Well, my first point of the video, guys, and let's just say I need this point. Yeah, so Norwich finished 20th, and they were 13 points off. In fact, hold on, they were actually 14 points off, sorry. 14 points off survival in the Premier League, so they were way off. By far the worst team in the league, and unfortunately one of the worst ever point totals in Premier League history as well, with just 21 points, right? So they were way off. I was right, though. They do often get promoted, then relegated. Yeah, I was actually right about that one. Was 1 position off, but still a point. I mean, they got relegated, guys. I was right about that. Now, this next team, I have a lot of respect for. I used to play a lot of county tennis nearby Burnley. I think it was in a place called, was it South Ribble? Well, let's just say that was a horrible prediction. Burnley in 18th. Good God, that was bad, wasn't it? That was bad. Burnley have had a fantastic season. Considering the resources they've obviously got compared to the rest of the Premier League. I think for me, they've completely outdone what they are probably predicted to do. Like, I predicted them to get 18th, and guys, to make you aware, they did not finish in the 18th position. They literally got 10th. So fair play Burnley. They were incredible in terms of their resources and their transfer fees that they have to spend on players. And yeah, Burnley, fair play. Not much more you can say. I was completely wrong. 8 positions out. Jesus. So I'm going to go for the 17th position for Watford. Well, the Watford prediction wasn't too far off. I was 2 positions off Watford, so I don't get a point still for that. Only if I wish I put, looking back, I really don't mind Watford. I don't really mind any team bar obviously, United when all season long, and then Everton when we play them. But like for me, Watford, I really should have thought about this a bit more, because Burnley have got a great manager. Burnley, no matter what you say, Sean Dyche is a brilliant manager for what he's done. I really should have put that in more faith. So it's frustrating to even predict them, Burnley being there and Watford not being in the relegation zone and getting relegated. They have been relegated today in the 19th position. So it's 2 off, no points for that. But wasn't the worst prediction. It could have been worse. Worse is yet to come. for this prediction. 16th position, guys. I'm going to go for Sheffield United. This is my kind of curveball team, a team you maybe wouldn't expect me to place at 16th. A lot of you guys are probably going to predict they'll finish 20th or maybe even 18th. However, I like some of the players they brought in, and it's a bit of a strange one, but I really think that their purchase of Ravel Morrison, he's a player who's got an abundance of talent, obviously has been atrocious with his behaviour at the likes of Man United, Lazio, West Ham, never settled down at all. We all know he's got talent though. Apparently the trial with Morrison went really well. I think that it's a risk, massive risk bringing him in, but if it pays off, that could be a quality purchase. That could be a great signing. However, obviously, if it doesn't, then they could be a bit screwed. I couldn't have been more right and wrong in the same few sentences, right? Ravel Morrison hardly played for Sheffield United. He's now in Middlesbrough. So I did say, yeah, it was a risk and it might not pay off, but it could be a great transfer. I was right in the sense that they would surprise us all. I didn't think they would surprise us by getting 9th in the Premier League. I didn't think that would be possible for them. I thought max 12th, but that would have been incredible for Sheffield United, guys. First season, back in the league. 12th or even 14th would have been a good season to start and then push on, but now they've got 9th. You know what? Fair play. Do I clap really weirdly? Yep, I'm going to still clap for this video. Why not? Sheffield United, guys, deserve a round of applause. They have been one of, if not the team of the season in terms of surprises. Got some good friends, Sheffield United fans. Shout out to my good friend Mickey, and he'll be a happy guy right now hearing that. 9th, though, absolutely fair play. They've been brilliant. I'm happy I was wrong. And yeah, really was wrong. 7 positions out, but at least I didn't put them 20th or 19th, right? That could have been worse, but fair play. Fair play. Gonna predict with not much confidence that they'll finish 15th. So when we're Southampton 15th, and I did say they could also get relegated, I didn't have much faith until they had their new manager come in. He's done wonders as well. Like, Southampton are the kind of team now, to be honest, they can score against any Premier League team. I think you guys might agree with that statement right there. They've had a very good season, man. They finished 11th, so it's 4 positions out, which isn't too bad, but the amount of contradicting statements right now are insane in this one video. 4 off isn't the worst. Got to keep saying these things to make me realize my predictions weren't as bad as they could have been, but we haven't even got into the crazy bits yet. It's going to get insane. Part of me is thinking, should I change this prediction? I'm honestly thinking about it. Anyway, I'm going to put Crystal Palace, guys, as 14th position. I feel like that's a bit too high for them, considering they're about to lose Zaha. Oh my God, I've got a position right. Yes, 3 points. Get it added to the point total. Guys, I can't be more proud of this. Crystal Palace, thank you. I needed this more than ever. 3 points, guys. Got it. Secured. Right, so they finished 14th. I actually predicted that they were going to lose Zaha. We all thought Zaha was going to go to Arsenal. He should definitely move on, though, for me. I think he deserves to be at like a much, more of like a top 4 kind of team, top 6 maybe. But 14th, Crystal Palace, I think you'd be happy with that, considering it wasn't the best season for them. Very inconsistent, but always a tough ground to go to. Just, yeah, don't remind me of that Istanbul scenario in 2013-14 season where Dwight Gale scored again against us. Like, the less we talk about that, the better. The better. Talk about being a promoted team and spending when you've just been promoted. Fair play, Aston Villa. I feel like they are a club that deserve to be in the Premier League in terms of their like stature. Yeah, they've spent a fortune. They've spent over 100 million pounds, guys, on players. So I predicted that Aston Villa would finish in 13th position. They finish as of today in 17th. So 4 off. I don't like this prediction though. Although it's 4 off and it doesn't look that bad because it's close in that position, right? From, let's say, 13th position, Newcastle, who are on 44 points, down to 18th. There's only a point difference, guys, of 10 points. It's quite close, right? But I don't know. £100 million on players, and they still only just scraped the relegation battle and survived. They need to do a better job of scouting players. You know, Wesley was really not good at all. Wesley got 5 goals in 21 starts and 38 appearances overall for Villa, and 1 assist. That just isn't good enough for a player who they brought in to score goals as a striker. So they need to get a new striker 100%. They need to try and keep hold of Grealish, or they might leave. They need a lot more creativity. They need a better defense. They need to improve the whole squad. Villa, unfortunately, they spent loads last season. I like Trezeguet, I think he's okay, but they've got a lot of work to do. In 12th position in the new Premier League campaign, I've gone for Bournemouth. again, I'm really not confident, guys, with the bottom half of this table.
And as I shouldn't have been, the bottom half of the table is honestly super difficult to predict. If you guys have done a Premier League prediction, follow the same rules if you can. I want to compare my results to yours. Comment down below if you did it. And when we do the Premier League prediction, probably in like, I mean, when? In maybe like a month's time, I guess, because the season starts September 12th, doesn't it? We're going to go for the 3 points if you correctly predict the position. So if you predict Liverpool to win and they do come first next season, that's 3 points, for example. 0 points for 2 positions out, 1 point for 1 position out. I think that's a fair rule table. But Bournemouth, man, are predicted 12th. They got relegated today. So they finish in the 18th position on 34 points. People are saying that Villa got lucky with that VAR goal that was not given, but VAR, to be fair, I mean, it hasn't really improved football in my opinion. I think it's needed, but I think it's maybe overused almost. I don't know. I think it's just, it takes too long. If they can fine tune it and make it, you know, faster, it'll be better. But yeah, people are not happy that Villa got, I guess, lucky with the Sheffield United goal. But guys, crap happens all season long to every team. United got the most penalties in the season. We got lucky at times with VAR. Like, it happens, right? So, I don't know. But yeah, not the best prediction this one. Guys, I was 6 off, so it's not a good prediction.
So, I've gone for Leicester for 11th. Now, I know that they have sold a few players. They've released quite a few players as well. They've released the likes of their experienced striker, their Okazaki, released Danny Simpson. However, they've brought in Yuri Tillemans for 35 million from Monaco. They've brought in Jose Perez, which is a nice signing for 30 million.
I am just literally listing the players that went against me in this prediction video. Oh man, this is one of the worst predictions so far. Wow, I predicted Leicester to finish 11th. They finished, guys, on a total of 62 points and in 5th place. Honestly, Leicester, since the restart, were really off the boil. They really were. They, at the start of the season, were, honestly, they were, I'm pretty sure that, yeah, they were challenging us for the first position in the Premier League, but City weren't too far behind them. And since the Premier League's restarted, they've just been so inconsistent, and they've lost out on the Champions League. So Leicester fans must be really frustrated with that. I mean, to finish, 1 or 2 points off the Champions League is incredibly annoying for Leicester fans. So I was completely wrong about that, guys. Hold my hands up to that one. And yeah, what more can I say?
So I've gone for Newcastle, which is a bold prediction as the 10th place team in the new season.
3 positions out, getting a bit better, right? Yeah, still not great. 10th for Newcastle, above Leicester, and then 2 off Bournemouth there. These predictions are honestly wild. This season was unreal. Next season is going to be even harder to predict. I don't even know where to start with next season. But yeah, Newcastle 10, 3 off.
They've actually broken their transfer record, guys, with a purchase from Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga, well, in Germany. It's Joe Linton, £40 million.
See how it didn't say that maybe Joe Linton would do well for them? It's like I knew this prediction was going to be absolutely brilliant, didn't I? You can probably tell the sarcasm in my voice, guys, but yeah, Joe Linton was absolutely shocking. £40 million. 2 goals in 38 Premier League games. That is absolutely disgraceful return on the transfer fee for Joe Linton. I can't even imagine how frustrating Newcastle fans are feeling right now with him. 2 goals? They need a striker.
Now on to the 9th position, and this will be a prediction that my good friend Spencer and his brother Seb are going to hopefully enjoy, but maybe not enjoy, because this prediction isn't all that favourable.
Yeah, Spence and Seb, I hope you really appreciate that prediction, because it was favourable. Bloody hell. West Ham finished in 16th position in the Premier League season in 2019 and 20, guys. So 7 positions out. I had high hopes for West Ham. I actually went to the West Ham away game and they were dreadful. However, Antonio has saved their season. What a player. What a guy. I think he watches FIFA videos. Came and said hi to me in a random FIFA event a few years ago. And I didn't realize he followed FIFA streams and content and stuff. So yeah, lovely guy. And a great goal scorer. Antonio, if you want to do a video one day, maybe playing FIFA, that'd be cool.
But I've gone for 9th for them. They've brought in the likes of Sebastian Haller from Frankfurt in Germany for £45 million.
45 million for Haller, and he scored 7 goals. At least it's more than Joe Linton.
Now on to a club that I hear from all the time, from family and friends, whether it be for a bitter reason, like when we win, I get texts off my stepbrothers and friends and family who are Everton fans. And yeah, we're going to have to put Everton in the 8th position. Again, though, I wouldn't be surprised if they do better. I've always said it, I honestly do not mind Everton. It's only when we play them that I cannot stand them.
It's so true that even when we went to the derby at Anfield this season, and we did batter them in the end, like, so many of the fans are just so bitter. It's crazy. Like, it's every time you come up against Everton, man, just some of the chants are unreal. So, in terms of Everton, though, they finished in 12th position. Definitely a wrong prediction by myself. I actually thought they might do better. Ancelotti is clearly a fantastic manager, right? He needs better players, though. I think they've got to get rid of some potential players, or, I don't know, I look at players like Tom Davis, I look at players like Moise Kean, for example. Are they really good enough to represent Everton? Let me know if you disagree. Maybe Davis, being harsh on, I think I just could do a scene more from him, and preferably not against us as their rivals, right? But I think there's talent in Tom Davis. I just think he can do more for Everton. Keane as well. I guess he might be, I guess you want to call it future star, FIFA term right there. But yeah, I think Everton got a lot of transfers to do, and I think they've got some players they can definitely move on to the club. With a manager like Ancelotti, they should be getting better players. I wouldn't be surprised they go big on the transfer window, but we'll see. They finished 12th, and I predicted 8th. So 4 off again.
No matter the team, this whole prediction is what I'm thinking. It's my gut feeling. And my gut feeling is saying that Wolves are going to be the 7th placed team in the Premier League this season.
We've done it again, guys. Thank you, Wolverhampton Wanderers, man, for finishing in 7th position in real life, as well as my prediction in, well, what was it? Probably like July 2019 or whichever month it was. And yeah, they had a good season overall. A few games they definitely could have done better in. I think the last day of the season they lost to Chelsea, I think it was 2-0. And they're the kind of team, though, that, again, a bit like Southampton, can score against any team. They are a really difficult team to beat, especially with how good Jimenez is a striker. Traore is a very dangerous player as well. And Jota's good. They've got a really good team, and they're going to improve. I think Wolves are going to do a lot better next season. But I'm not going to predict yet. It's too early. But still, they finished 7th. I predicted 7th. 59 points. Thanks, Wolves.
I think if you guys are to be honest with yourselves and just do a Premier League prediction yourself, you're probably going to put this team in 6th position. It's going to be Chelsea.
So I predicted Chelsea at 6th. And to be honest, I mean, I'm looking at the table right now. The difference between 3rd and even 7th is actually 7 points. So it's incredibly tight in that area of the table. So 6th, I said Chelsea. They finished 4th. Actually, one of my better predictions. They weren't far off 6th, but they weren't far off 3rd either. So Chelsea finished 4th. They get the Champions League. They obviously deserve it. And yeah, fair play on a good season. I did say that Lampard had to have top 4 to make it a good season. They've got it. They're in an FA Cup final as well. And they're a team that's on the rise. They've got Ziyech, Werner as well coming in. So it's going to be interesting next season. But for this season, they finished 4th. I was 2 off. So I was wrong. You guys might have been right. Chelsea, fair play.
I've gone for 6th though. I did actually have Chelsea, to be honest, at 4th spot. If they get 4th, that is huge for Chelsea. I think Lampard will be a very good manager.
I had them at 4th spot. And I said that Lampard is he will be a very good manager. I think he is already. So I would have got more points. Oh, damn.
So Manchester United, I'm predicting, will finish in 5th place. Yep.
So Man United finished in 3rd place on the final day of the season. If they lost to Leicester, they would have got me 3 points and finished in 5th position. But no, they had to go and get another penalty. And Fernandes has changed their team. Bruno Fernandes might be one of the best Premier League players in the whole league soon. He is probably already up there. He is honestly fantastic. Man United fans, hate to say it, you've got a great player, man. Bruno Fernandes is a baller. But yeah, they finished 3rd place and they're in the Champions League. That means Solskjaer's going to stay. Still think in the future he might not be the answer for United. I don't know why, I just got a funny feeling about that. But like in terms of, like, I wouldn't be surprised if a bigger manager comes in and maybe does better for them. I don't know. You guys might disagree, but I don't think tactically Solskjaer's quite the guy. But they're 3rd, right? That's good for United. They had to get top 4. If they didn't get top 4, Solskjaer might have been sacked potentially or moved on. I wouldn't have been surprised. They're the most hated team, obviously, because they just used to win everything. And our rivalry is insane. Like, it's just getting crazy in every season. And unfortunately, they got in the Champions League. So yeah, United finished 3rd. I was 2 off, not bad, but this prediction is about to get a lot worse. Yeah, you might have realised that some teams haven't appeared yet.
Even though I've just predicted Man United to finish 5th, I'm looking at Arsenal's current team and signings, and I'm thinking, I think it's going to be really close between Arsenal and Man United. However, I'm going to go for Arsenal in 4th, as I do think Man United will not have as good of a season as people tend to think. For me, Arsenal need, again, they needed Ndombele, who's gone to Spurs. They needed him.
Yeah, Arsenal really needed Ndombele, didn't they? Probably one of the worst transfers of the season. I'll own up to it, guys. That was a rubbish prediction. Probably the worst so far. Oh, damn. Hopefully Arsenal Fan TV watching this and loving it. They probably love me after this. I gave them props, man. Aubameyang is a great striker. We all know that. Lacazette can be. I still think he can do a lot better for Arsenal. I thought Emery might change things around. That was my logic. However, to be honest, I've got to just look at myself and be like, what the hell, man? Like, come on. I don't know why I put Arsenal 4th. They finished in 8th position. They finished 10 points off 4th. Arteta, I think, will be the man to guide them back to some kind of glory. It'll be huge if they win the cup final. But yeah, they need so many players in terms of midfield. They need to upgrade, obviously, their defence. David Luiz isn't the answer. He's not a centre-back, guys. But yeah, I was completely wrong. And it is actually hilarious, man. I also said Arsenal will be ahead of United. So yeah, massively wrong. Good God.
They have, however, brought in a very good player in Nicolas Pepe from Lille.
It's got to be said, Pepe, for me, has not really delivered on a consistent basis yet for Arsenal. Do you guys agree about that? For his transfer fee, like a big transfer fee like it was from Lille and Ligue 1, he should be doing a lot more. I think he could do. I think he's got the ability. But yeah, I get why Arsenal fans are so frustrated. They buy players for big money. I mean, even Ozil over the last few years has not delivered, has he? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Arsenal's transfer policy. And yeah, I mean, they've got some good young players coming through, but they need their players to deliver more, man.
Now on to the 3rd place team in my Premier League prediction, guys. I'm going to be going with Tottenham. And the reason why is because they have a very good squad as it is. They have improved their squad, in my opinion. They've brought in Ndombele, who looks to be maybe a great signing for them. Such a dominant midfielder for Lyon in the past, and it's going to be a very good signing. I think he'll be brilliant. Maybe one of the signings of the year.
Yet again, Ndombele completely ruined this Premier League prediction, hasn't he? Like, 65 million. I think he's one of those players, though, like, that doesn't really get on with Mourinho, it seems. I cannot wait for the Amazon Prime documentary on Spurs. We might do a live watch along on Twitch, because I stream on Twitch now, guys, if you didn't know. Most days 1 p.m. Be sure to follow. Link is somewhere here on the screen. It's over there. It's over there. Over there. And yeah, once that comes out, we're definitely going to watch it like on stream. That'll be fun as hell. But apparently it's a bit nuts, that documentary. I've heard some inside knowledge about that. But yeah, Ndombele was just not at all one of the signings of the season. He was seriously dreadful. And Spurs finishing 6th. They were overall 5 points off 3rd and also 4th. Obviously, United finished 6 points. Chelsea, the same amount of points. So it wasn't the worst. Not as bad as Arsenal, but it wasn't good, was it? Spurs was so inconsistent throughout the season. Kane became the Harry Kane we all know, who can score just so many goals toward the end of the season. He, again, got so many goals, man. But he'd absolutely throw that, though, isn't he, Harry Kane? So really good performance by him at the end of the season. But yeah, Harry is probably happy with his goal tally again. He scored 18 goals in the Premier League season. So in summary, Mourinho as well didn't really get the most out of his players, I'd say, overall. I think Spurs need, again, to probably upgrade their defence, maybe the centre-back position. I think Alderweireld, obviously, Vertonghen getting older. Maybe the fullback position as well. I don't think Mourinho is happy with the players he has. The amount of times I've seen, like, the backstage interviews of Mourinho saying, like, basically, you guys need to fight more. You're not all... They're too nice, almost, right? So if they do that, they'll be a lot better. Probably top 4 team again. They should be a top 4 team. I can't imagine their owner, Daniel Levy, is happy with getting this mad stadium and Tottenham not getting top 4. Mourinho, I know, is probably pissed off. Seriously. Like, he must be fuming with his current squad. Once he gets a better team, they'll get a lot better. But until then... I mean, yeah, they're sick. I was wrong again. 3 positions out.
Now, guys, this has been the most difficult prediction in my life. I'm hoping I'm completely wrong.
You can see where I'm going with this one, can't you, guys? You can see where I'm going with this one.
I'm still torn on whether to predict that my Liverpool will finish as Premier League champions. Considering we lost by 1 point to Man City, we ran them so close. It pains me to say that I'm predicting that we are going to finish second in the Premier League campaign.
Yes! Yes! I am so glad I'm wrong. I've never been happier about being more wrong in my life. Guys, I was born in 1992, right? I've never seen us win the Premier League until now. The amount of tears that have been happening the last few weeks over winning the Premier League has been insane. The amount of emotions with my family with it, it's just nuts, right? It is wild round here right now. And yeah, to be honest, you could even sense that I was quite quietly confident, right, that we might win it. But because we've never won the Premier League, because, I mean, I've always been to a lot of games every season within the Premier League or Champions League, Liverpool games, from at least probably 2001 onwards. But my first ever season ticket was in 2013-14 season. Obviously, you know what happened in that season. I was about 20 meters away, did a full-on freaking documentary on the Gerrard slip. I swear to God, please don't say the Gerrard slip anymore, guys. It's been 7 years since it happened in April 21st, I think it was. And yeah, so like since then I've seen realistically twice since I've been going to Anfield. We've been this close to winning it. We lost to Crystal Palace. We then obviously lost to Man City last season. We were 1 point off them. They won it last season. So I've seen it happen so many times where we've been so close, right? And we are now Premier League champions. And I'm so thrilled that I'm wrong. I'm beyond thrilled. Can't believe we're Premier League champions still, even though I've seen us lift the trophy. And it's obviously been so bizarre, obviously having no fans there. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm wrong. I'm so fucking glad I'm wrong.
And to be fair, I feel like we've got a few players in our squad now who will feel like new signings. The likes of the Ox coming back. The likes of Keita becoming the player we think he could become.
How right was I, by the way? Ox played well at the end of the season. Got a lovely assist to Van Dijk against Newcastle. Keita was one of our best players at the end of the season. I'm loving Naby Keita right now, and he is becoming the player they wanted him to be. I still would probably take Coutinho back. That might sound controversial. I loved him at Liverpool. Obviously, he wanted to go to Barcelona to win trophies. He couldn't have made a worse mistake. He could have stayed and won the Champions League and Premier League and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the fact that we're now champions makes me think we're probably now going to buy some potential good players. We haven't got obviously the money that we'd maybe like to spend. But yeah, I mean, for me, I would like a striker, potentially, maybe a creative midfielder. Thiago, Coutinho, I think Fekir might not happen ever again now, but Havertz, you know, Zwe would love that. So yeah, the only concern I had for us was that we didn't sign anyone other than Adrian, really. We got Minamino, which I think still not fully sure in him yet. Might be a good super sub, but he might go on to be a great player. I'm not sure in Minamino, guys. I'm really not. He's difficult to rate. He really is. Kite is becoming a seriously good player, guys. But we've lost Lallana. We might get another midfielder in, but I'm not sure, man. Curtis Jones looking really, really good. I mean, Brewster's looking unreal for Swansea. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do next season. But for now, guys, I'm loving life as a Premier League champion right now, as a fan, obviously. And yeah, brilliant that I'm wrong.
Now, that means that Manchester City, in my opinion, will win the Premier League campaign. However, I'm hoping I'm completely wrong and they finish second and we finish first. But I'm going for it, guys. Got to be honest in my feelings, man. I'm going to say that Man City are going to finish first.
Just lovely, isn't it? I was wrong. It's so nice. All that weight, man, to get our first Premier League title. To be honest, Man City were great for so many aspects this season. They finished on 81 points. Yes, it was 18 points behind us. And yes, they beat us 4-0. And yes, they've got Kevin De Bruyne, who might arguably be the best player in the Premier League. He broke the assist record. He got so many goals. Kevin De Bruyne is, I mean, we're talking about future legends and icons ready in FIFA, right? De Bruyne will be one. He'll probably have like a 93 rated icon prime. He is absolutely incredible. Will City keep hold of him? I wouldn't be surprised if he joins Real Madrid in the future. I don't know why that got that feeling, but yeah, De Bruyne is unbelievable. Him and Van Dijk, I'd say, are probably the two best in the league. But I think they had a few games where they lost to, for example, Southampton, right? They lost to a few teams you wouldn't have expected them to lose to. Still, obviously, a decent season for City. It's still like good second, but they want to finish first. They'd want to target probably 90 points each season. So it might not be a very good season in terms of City's hopes, but going into next season, they're going to get better. You just know they are. They got one of the best managers in the game. De Bruyne was their best player all year. Defensively, they weren't great at all. Sterling was good again for them, except for the second half of the season. But yeah, I think if you're a City fan, let me know how you feel about this season. Obviously, it sucks to lose to us, but I think it could have been a lot worse, City, man. I think it could have been a lot worse. I don't know what we're talking about right now. I mean, looking at the defense right now on One Football, right? They've got Kyle Walker, John Stones, Zinchenko, Laporte, Mendy, Cancelo. Mendy became a really good player for them after the lockdown situation, but I think honestly they do need another centre-back. They need to get that solidity. Losing Company was a massive blow for them. Leadership-wise, they need another big personality in the dressing room to really help them. But I mean, hopefully they are second next season and we're first again. That'd be great. But yeah, they finished second.
Company is left, which is massive blow to them on and off the pitch. Obviously, he pretty much won Man City the league last season, scoring that wonder goal for them. I think City will win though, because their squad is phenomenal. They brought in that left back who was out on loan at PSV back to their club. They've got rid of Danilo to Juve and are probably about to get Cancelo. That is an unbelievable signing. That's incredible.
Hearing this back, guys, I think I might have overrated some of their defenders. Kyle Walker didn't have a great season. Cancelo, I mean, Mendy was obviously good in the second half of the season, but Cancelo, I'm not sure on how great he was. Let me know. I think he'll be good though. But yeah, I think City, honestly, looking at the team, it's just their defense. You've got to be able to win in Premier League, you have to have a great, solid defense. And you look at Chelsea, how they've conceded so many, they would have finished a lot higher with a better defense. City again. So it shows, man. Obviously, having Van Dijk in your team helps, but yeah, maybe they'll go for someone like De Ligt or someone. I don't know, but still. Remains to be seen. Wasn't too far off with my Company prediction that they might fall off of it, but I still predicted first, guys, for Man City. I am so glad I was wrong. So as you can see, guys, on the left side of your screen is the Premier League prediction that I predicted. Also, on the right side is the actual real-life updated end of season 19 and 20 table. Thoughts on my predictions? Rate them out of 10, guys. How many points did you get? Let me know. Also, my point total is maybe down there, up there somewhere on the screen. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun to react to today. This might be my craziest ever predictions ever. Crazy predictions as always. You best know, guys, I am going to be doing an even more mad prediction video very soon. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more, leave a like, and have a very special day.